3,025 pounds and in amazing condition. You could easily say like new condition. In some ways better than new, because the previous owner actually invested some money in a couple upgrades on this. Little 17 RP Wolf Pup here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Being a Cherokee and by extension Wolf Pup dealer, I'm very familiar with this. Basically, you know, it's a super compact mini toy hauler. The folks' lifestyle and needs changed, and they no longer needed a toy hauler, so they swapped it out for a very similar in size Apex Nano little bunkhouse camper here at Haylett. So they just kind of swapped the toy hauler for the bunkhouse, and they're back on the road. And walking through this camper, it takes about 2.3 whole seconds to realize that this is exceptionally well kept. This is how you want campers to look when you find them in the used RV market. One of the upgrades that they put into this is they actually added a removable wheel chock, which you will actually get with this used RV. That little chrome looking wheel chock over there mounts onto these three little screw points right here, and you can easily, you know, back those off and tie that down as required. So it's a simple movable wheel chock effectively. And they're not biking anymore effectively. They're doing a little more family camping at this stage. Everything looks exactly like it did the day this is built here, except for the fact it's probably cleaner. Coming out of the factory, they're not always super clean. I love that big viewing window, especially when you're sitting on the sofa bench where I'm at right now, and you're looking straight out at it. You get a perfect view at your campsite. Now, all of the countertops and the floating table we'll see in a second, they're thermal foil topped, meaning they're a sealed edge with a pressed membrane where water cannot get in there to cause potential damage and penetration. This, you know, having to have a reasonable sized loading cargo garage space in this, they do have to have pretty minimal everything else. But again, this is a pretty minimal camper. You can actually fit like a Can-Am Spyder in here if you back it in. We've had people do that and buy these. But one thing we encourage you to do is bring your toy with you, see if you can load it in here. You know, we don't want to guess, we want to know for sure. Now, microwave down there right above the furnace, so it's got, I mean, everything it absolutely needs right where it absolutely needs it. If you want to add a TV, the hookups are over here. What's nice is if you do decide to add a TV, you have a matching bracket outside where that can kind of float in or out. DVD, CD player up top, stereo for all of our little entertainment needs and whatnot. I believe that's Bluetooth as well, actually, that Furrion system there. So the front overhead bunk is interesting. Like, having been a Cherokee and Wolf Pup dealer for a long time, they had waffled on that. Like, one year it would include the bunk, next year it would be optional, and finally they just said, okay, it's going to include it. And here's that little floating table I was telling you about. So I like these legs. Now, a nice little just random tip that I can give you here is, like, if you have a camper or you're looking at a camper that has pedestal table legs, you can get a pair of these for like 40 bucks or so, and that's just a couple screws from a screwdriver, and you can turn a pedestal table into a free floating table easily. But the reason I wanted to pull this out was not to give that handy tip, but just to kind of look at this thing. You can see it's not scarred up like anything else. It's in exceptional condition. Now, if you don't need this to be an overhead bunk, pull the mattress out of here, and bang, you've got a built-in storage shelf. Congratulations. The bathroom is a wet bath. Not everybody's totally super stoked by that, but the fact is, in a little camper like this, your options are not legion, rather they are limited, and it gets the job done. To have enough room for a garage, you did have to cut that out. I do like this little appliance corner right here. It's a nice little spot to be able to set stuff real fast, and you do have some power outlets up there if you do need to plug in a few things. We do have gas and electric refrigerator with a nice little freezer pocket. A lot of people don't realize these little fridges do have a freezer pocket in it, so that's good if you're boondocking. Now, the bench right there, that can fold up against the wall to get out of the way if you do need to for loading reasons. You can see we've got the tent screen wall on the back here. It does kind of play havoc with the camera, though. Full size 13,500 BTU air conditioner, just like a big 2-3 slide Cherokee bunkhouse camper on this little thing. So you're not going to be sweating to the oldies in here like Richard Simmons. And down below, you'll notice this floor plan, with the exception of the wheel well, is completely carpetless anywhere you're going to walk and cause foot traffic and possibly incur and bring dirt into the camper. So it is exceptionally easy to clean, especially on a toy hauler where you can just literally brush everything straight out the back door. All the good news continues outside as well. There's just no sign of really hard use or weathering or anything like that on here. Spare tires never seen the light of day, and it is dwarfed inside this huge front storage compartment. You do have 4 corner stabilizer jacks, which is something I see a lot of little campers miss. They often won't have front stabilizers. We do have a little quick solar prep plug by the front area there. We've got those portable panels available here in our store as well as in our online shop. The roof vents over the bed and the bathroom have seen the fantastic vent covers added to it, or to them, as it were. Let's see here. Oh, the wheels. Good looking aluminum wheels on this thing with little tire pressure indicators on the valve stem caps. That'll flip from green to red if you need to put air in these tires on the go. And again, you can see no weather checking, plenty of rubber left on the sneakers. You know, used, but lovingly and extremely well kept. The transition flap from the ramp to the main deck, that diamond plate thing you're looking at right there, that is something the previous owner added to make loading and unloading, unloading? Is that like lewd conduct? Anyway, unloading a little easier. This is narrow body, by the way. This is a 7 wide model, which makes it not wider than your vehicle, which makes it extremely easy to see around in transit. You know, it has reduced headwinds as a result. Ideal for either, like I said, small campsites, off-grid use, limited capacity towing, you know, anything like that. Or just, you know, if you just don't need, I don't care if you have an F-150, some people are like, I just don't need a giant camper. I just want to load a dirt bike or a 4-wheeler and go out for the weekend. Well, congratulations, guys. Here you go. You're going to get something in just extremely good shape at a nice used RV price tag that can probably still qualify for same as new RV finance due to its age. So give us a call, 800-256-5196. Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.